live guest on a podcast called J is for Justice.
I think there's just hope that she returns no matter what. Oh my God, that's Megan's house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then,
J
wait a
is
second,
for
you guys.
Justice.
I think there's just hope that she returns no matter what. Oh my God, that's Megan's house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
and then,
J
Wait a
is
second,
for
you guys.
Justice.
I think there's just hope that she returns no matter what. Oh my God, that's Megan's house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
and then.
Hey guys, welcome to J is for Justice. My name is Jay. I'm your host. I just wanted to come on real quick. I got an alert. I was outside working outside, and I got an alert on my phone, and I mulled it for a minute because we all knew the outcome of what was found there at Chad Daybell's house. But the authorities have officially released a statement, and I just wanted to read that to you guys because we've followed this all week together, and I feel like, you know, everything is important. Everything is important. So let me say hi to everybody real quick. Wow, I got a lot of people in here. Hey Janice. Hey Mary. Yay, I have a mod here. I was a little sweating it a little bit. Hello, Four Sons Mom and Goldie Khan. Hello, Roger Halstead. How come your name's not green, Mr. Roger? So let's go ahead and let's pull up what was released today. We all expected it, like I said, but still, just to have it confirmed is just... it's sombering, you know. It's so freaking sad. It just, I haven't slept well since this happened, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, you know, because I know we didn't know them personally, but the way that we followed this and the way we were all so desperate to see these kids be brought back to their families, their sane family members, and brought back to their sane family members safe. You know, this is the worst possible news, and we all dreaded hearing it. And just to see this press release in black and white, it just, it brought a whole nother level to the sadness, at least for me. And I just wanted to share this with my viewers, just because I know you guys are so invested in this case. And there's a beautiful picture up on the screen of part of the vigil. There was this picture of JJ and Tylee and all the candles and the stuffed animals, and I looked through all the photos from this vigil that they had last night, and there's another one tonight, I believe, in Rexburg. And the young lady who's organizing that, actually, you know, one of my team members spoke with her, and we're gonna release our little statement from J is for Justice team and expressing our condolences to all of these family members. I mean, gosh, there's so many people that have been affected by this, and so many people that are grieving and beside themselves. And, you know, we're out enjoying our Saturday, and I think about what these people are feeling and doing. So without further ado, let's go over this press release from the Rexburg Police Department. This is update on missing children's case Vallow/Ryan 6/13/2020. On 6/9/2020 at approximately 7 o'clock, this is 7 o'clock a.m., the Rexburg Police Department, assisted by the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Idaho State investigators, and the FBI, served a search warrant at the Chad Daybell residence in Fremont County in regards to a missing children's investigation involving Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. During the search of the property, investigators found what appeared to be 2 sets of unidentified human remains. The remains were taken to the medical examiner's office, where an autopsy and a positive identification was performed. It is with heavy hearts that we now confirm that those remains have now been officially identified as those of J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan. We would like to thank all of the law enforcement officers involved, the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, family, friends, and everyone throughout this community and across the country for their diligent and tireless efforts to find JJ and Tylee. It is not the outcome we had hoped, to be able to find the children safe. Our hearts and prayers go out to the families of JJ and Tylee. This investigation is still active and ongoing, and this is signed by the Assistant Chief Hagan, Rexburg Police Department. So, you know, just hearing the official statement, it's disheartening and it's sad, and it just kind of, I don't know, to me it just puts a whole nother level of just how evil these people are, you know, and that's why I made the thumbnail that I did. I was looking for pictures of JJ and Tylee to use, and I'm scrolling through all of these images, and this one popped up right in the middle of all of these photos of JJ and Tylee, and it caught me off guard. And I looked at that, and I'm looking at it from a whole different standpoint now that these kids have been found, and they've been found dead. Thank you, Roger. And I look at these two and their faces, and I want to show it close up because it, to me, this is the epitome of just straight up evil. Here's one that I came across. And I just want to look at their faces. And what were they thinking? What was Lori Vallow thinking? Like, what in the hell do you have to smile about? I mean, we know from the search warrant, or from the arrest warrant, there's 2 days in September that the police specifically named as the days that Chad Daybell concealed those bodies. 2 days in September. We also have the neighbor coming out saying they had some pretty big bonfires last fall. So we have these 2 dates in September, which I'm assuming are the dates that the authorities believe that those children were put there. Approximately. I don't know if those are exact dates. However, this photo was taken in October when they got married. It's unreal. Unreal. So that was the first photo that made me ill. And then there was a second one that came up from their shotgun wedding. And this one I put on the thumbnail because it's just, it literally makes me want to vomit. The audacity, the evilness of these two people is unimaginable. Unimaginable. Oh, I'm sorry. November 5th, they got married. Okay, so I was wrong. Tammy passed away in October. They married early November. Regardless, it was after the dates that Chad is being accused of concealing those children's bodies. Their smirk. That's exactly what I thought. Whoever just said that about a smirk. They all have this, they both have this smirk. And I have to wonder, you know, I look at these photos and I think about, oh, sorry, Roger. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Well, who knows? Maybe she was. I'm just kidding. So yeah, Kathy, or Bernadita, yes, I'm assuming from what everything they've said, that they did pass away prior to Tammy passing away, that the kids were already gone. I'm just going off of the arrest affidavit that listed the 2 dates in September that they said Chad concealed the bodies. So I don't know if they have some kind of maybe like surveillance camera or like security camera footage to pinpoint 2 dates. I'll be very interested to find out how they got those 2 dates in September. And then I was thinking, because I don't know the 2 dates offhand, I would have to look them up, but the 2 dates in September that are listed on Chad's arrest affidavit, which his arrest warrant, I'm gonna pull that up actually, because I'm curious, because I have a thought about that. Give me 2 seconds. Let me pull up Chad Daybell arrest warrant. Won't be hard to find, I'm sure. Wow. So here's a headline. Bonfires may have led police to search Chad Daybell's yard, neighbors said. So the neighbors are speculating that maybe it was the tip about the bonfires that brought them out there and, pinpointed, because when they got out there, they literally were, pinpointed on a specific area. They knew where to go. So, at any rate, let me see his arrest warrant here. The whole bonfire thing is, it's appalling. It's absolutely appalling. I'm not even sure. Is there a copy of his arrest warrant out there? Finding it. So much. But at any rate, there were 2 dates in September. If anybody can find it, I'm wondering why they were so far apart, because those dates, I think they have those dates because it was the last day the kids were seen. So were the kids seen on 2 different dates in September? The search warrant was sealed, Catherine, not the arrest warrant for Chad Daybell. The 18th and the 23rd are the 2 dates. Okay. The 18th and the 23rd. Donna says, I read Chad got the spots ready for delivery of the bodies. So so it's the 8th for Tylee and the 23rd for JJ, not the 18th, but the 8th. So September the 8th and September the 23rd. So do we know for a fact that those are the dates the kids were seen last? The Ring doorbell, and then okay, so maybe that doesn't have anything to do with where they were when they were put there. Okay, the last day that JJ was seen in school was September the 23rd, and then Tylee was seen on the 8th. Thank you. Yes, we need Tammy's autopsy. Totally agree. Have a feeling that that's not going to be released for quite some time. I imagine there's probably going to be some charges filed with that. I just wondered if they knew, oh gosh, G Maria, that's creepy. I just wondered if they knew kind of a roundabout time frame that they had been in there, but that hasn't been released. I'm reading your guys's messages here. Gosh, there's just so much speculation around things that Chad Daybell and mobile home. Why did Chad want to buy a mobile home? And from what I saw as well, his daughter was living across the street and has moved into the home where her mother died, and 2 children were found buried in the ground. Yes, Chad was a gravedigger. Hey, Sulfur Music. They also have the doorbell cam on JJ on 9/17, but yes, last seen in school on the 23rd. What date was this photo? Let me get rid of these 2 smug. Don't even have a word for these people, but do we know the date of this photo? And this is another thing I wanted to talk about real quick. This is the last known photo of Tylee and JJ as far as I know. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But does anyone find it odd, or maybe a little coincidental, that this picture is with Alex? And why do I have this weird feeling in my gut that they're going to try to pin this on Alex, who obviously is dead and can't defend himself? A super detailed timeline would be great. You know what? That's a great idea. And I'm going to talk to my team about that. And I can get a couple of my girls that have really been invested since the beginning, who know this case inside and out, and maybe do a live stream, you know, where we're on panel and we're going over step by step, starting from the beginning to the end. Organized, written down outline. I'm going to do that for you guys. Put a 1 in chat if you want to see a detailed timeline from the beginning to the end, with nothing left out, not skipping over anything, everything to a T outline. My girls that on Team Justice are amazing, you guys. Yay! I see lots of 1s. All right, I'm gonna get that in the works. Get that in the works. That's great, because you know this case has so many twists and turns, and who's this and who's that and who's related to who, because this woman's had 5 husbands. 5 husbands. And there's so many dead people surrounding all these 2 people. Yes. All right, you guys, thank you for voting. Thank you for voting. We will be doing a detailed timeline. So if anybody doesn't know who Alex is Lori Daybell's brother, Lori Vallow Daybell, and he died in December. His autopsy says natural causes. To be disputed amongst ourselves, I'm sure. But this photo shows Alex, Tylee, and JJ at Yellowstone. So this is the last known photo of them, and it kills me to think what these children went through after this photo. Yes, Annie, the aunt of JJ, has put together a wonderful timeline, and I would love for Annie to come on and go over that. However, with the news, I would never infringe and ask her of that. But I will, through a friend of hers, I will try to get permission maybe to use her timeline or use some of the info in her timeline, because she put a lot of effort. Thank you, April. Yes, a pulmonary embolism, but it was nothing sinister. Yeah, Annie Cushing, she is, Roger. She's amazing. Darla, I've said the same thing, that Tylee would have protected that boy. They would have had to do something to her first. I believe she would have protected that boy. Look at her. Look at that photo. She's like a mom to him. And it's so crazy because when I talked to Lori Vallow's friend Echo, she said when she knew Lori, when they lived in Hawaii, that Lori was a wonderful mother. She was attentive. The girls all trusted her and confided in her and loved hanging out with her, and she did so much stuff with them. What happened? Chad Daybell? Chad Daybell happened? I don't know. When we walk through a detailed timeline, I'm sure we will have a lot of questions and a lot of things that maybe mean something differently to us now that we have a resolution to where those kids are. I just don't understand how Chad could get a hold on this woman like he did. Or is that how it happened? You know, it's perplexing because, I mean, for all intents and purposes, Lori is a good-looking woman. Chad, on the other hand, no. I mean, and I'm not being superficial, but look at Lori's past husbands. They've all been handsome men. And then she gets with this doofus. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. However, there were things going on prior to Chad, such as Alex killing Charles. It's just, it's insane. And I do have Chad Daybell's smug face up on the screen, because I look at that face and I think, you know what? You're right where you need to be, you son of a bitch. Seriously. And that's why I have that picture on the screen. Right. I mean, her ex-husbands had money, they were successful, they were handsome, and then you have this schmuck with 5 kids, he's married, he's got this little old house in the country. I just don't understand. I just don't, man, it's just like, did evil meet evil and just work together in their evilness? It's insanity, is what it is. And bless those sweet babies. Here's a picture. Here's the picture of Lori at Yellowstone. Lori and JJ. And think to myself, did Lori know what was going to happen to those kids right there at that moment? As she's smiling and taking a selfie with JJ. Did she know the fate of both of her children at that moment when she's taking a selfie with him? The thought of it is disgusting. Absolutely. Just to think about those things, it's And this one, I want to end I want to end with this one. And I'm going to blow this one up big as I can make it. Because I didn't know these kids, but I can tell you right now, that picture captures their personalities. And that's how they should be right now. They should be living and smiling and having fun. But they're not. They're not. Because of these two. It makes no sense to me. But you guys, I really wanted to share this with you. I want to follow this case through to the end for justice for Tylee and JJ. And I don't think we can talk about this enough. I don't think that we can remind everyone that justice needs to be served for these two kids enough. So with that being said, before I sign off, I do want to take a moment of silence again. Since it officially was released today that the bodies are JJ and Tylee, those two beautiful children. I want to put a picture of them up on the screen, and I want to take 1 minute. No chat. Stop chatting. Don't chat. Literally take your hands off your phone. Take your hands off your keyboard. And just say a prayer for these families. Thanks, you guys. I only had to block one troll. Amazing that there'd be one troll while we're taking a moment of silence for two kids that were killed. People never cease to amaze me, you guys. All right. On another note, I do wanna confirm we will do a detailed timeline. That's gonna be really great and informational and kind of get us all on the same page. I know a lot of people, hear about, them being found and they're like, what happened? And gosh, you just can't sum it up in a nutshell. You can't say, oh, hey, here's the Reader's Digest version of this case. There's just no way. So we'll do that. I can't check my Twitter, or I mean, I did check my Twitter, but there's no messages there that from today. So I'm not sure. My Twitter is J is for Justice. I don't have any messages from today on my Twitter. I don't know. I just kind of caught that message that in chat to check my Twitter. Oh, love you too, Kebby. Thank you, Michigan wifey. So generous of you. Thanks so much. But yeah, I'm gonna end this on that note. Fly high, JJ and Tylee.